Hello everyone, my name is Andrew
My name's Scott.
and welcome back to another lovely little episode of the Beaven And Wright podcast.
Hello, everyone.
We are going to start off not talking about Chelsea.
There's more important things to talk about.
There is. England are in the final of the Euros, our first ever final
So
on
excited.
foreign soil. Scott, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I love it. I was very positive in our last podcast. I wanted the nation to be positive, and I am fully behind us parking the bus and winning 1-0 and winning on penalties. Like I said, right? I was like, look, just win ugly, play terrible and win, and I'm here for it. And that's Jose did that to me. I was thinking about it earlier. Growing up, I'm a little bit older than you. The viewers might be shocked, but I'm a little bit older. Growing up and watching Chelsea in the 90s and the early 2000s when they had all these flair players and just amazing signings that we made, and it was all style and it was all flair, but there was no substance. Yeah, we won a couple of FA Cups. Fine, Cup Winners' Cup. Great. 98, brilliant. Love that. Zola, amazing. But it was in the league, we couldn't win the league. We'd lose to Barnsley away. There was no substance behind what we were doing. It was quality to watch. It was brilliant football. And
Sounds like last season.
it was my favourite, right? The late 90s and the early 2000s were my favourite. But then Jose come in and he showed me the light. He turned the team around. He started defending properly. We let him 15 goals in his first year. 15.
Yeah.
And we won the league by
Premier League.
miles. And then we won the league the next year because he made us defend properly. And he made us be more functional. And I'm okay with that as long as you win.
I think there's that famous Sir Alex Ferguson quote, right, where it's like attacks win you games, defense wins you titles.
Yeah.
And I think that
Gareth's just been defensive.
even if
I like it.
Even if you look at like, you go through like the teams that have won the Premier League in the past, like City last season, like obviously they had games where they did wipe the floor with teams, but there were also games where they genuinely had to dig in and like hold in for a 1-0 win.
You play bad and win, you're doing all right.
But defensively, I think the expectations change now because people need to defend well with the ball, not defend well without the ball, and I think that's where the stylistic shift of football's really changed in maybe that mindset that you had, whereas winning ugly now is like having 80% possession and winning 1-0.
Yeah,
Whereas before it would be having 20% possession and winning 1-0.
I'd rather have 20% possession and win 1-0 than have 80% possession and win 1-0. If you've got 80% possession, please, Jesus Christ,
you need to be
Lord,
winning
win
more than
6-0.
1-0. Yeah.
Yeah, please win 6-0. I
Yeah.
don't want you to have the football and do fuck all with it.
Yeah.
Don't have the football and win 1-0, bang into that.
Yeah.
Take it a 0-0, take it to penalties, that's fine.
I agree. I think that game, that England game, I actually think was the best performance we've had in the Euros
They actually
so
played
far.
really well. I agree.
First
They
half
played very
especially,
well.
I thought we were really good. We were high pressing on the front foot.
I was into it.
It was the first time I'd actually seen the attack kind of start to link up. I'm not going to say they were fluid because they weren't.
No, but it was way better.
And I think I genuinely think that Bellingham about 6 or 7 times had an opportunity to pass to Trippier. He was wide open on the left and just didn't do it, which was frustrating. It was almost like he just wanted the glory for himself. And if there's one criticism of Bellingham, even though I do believe he is the reason we're still in the competition because he scored in the last minute to keep us in the competition. But like, I genuinely think him and Foden actually hinder the team at points. I think genuinely, like, that was my only criticism of that game, of the last game. I just thought whenever the ball got into their feet, I was never confident anything was going to come of it. Like, at least Saka 3 or 4 times got to the byline and put some beautiful crosses, but Harry Kane's playing CDM.
Yeah.
How many times did we have to watch Harry Kane like play? Well, not even in the box with the chances he was finishing. And then we brought in a player who's actually our striker and played up front, and he went and scored a fucking great goal.
Well, I genuinely think that's where that's what they want, isn't it? Philly Fodes wants to thread balls like he does at City. He wants a Haaland that's just going to stand on the shoulder of the last man and just make those little darts and cut across defenders. And Harry Kane's not going to do that. He's not quick enough to do it.
No,
he just doesn't.
But he doesn't play like that anyway. Like, I just struggle to understand how you can see your wingers on the ball on the byline and be like 20 yards away from the box. Like, I just, as a striker, like,
That did stress me out.
for someone who is known for scoring as many goals as he has, why are you there? Like, what impact are you having playing holding midfield for us?
so good.
Or, like, drifting out to the right wing? I know a lot of strikers drift out to the wing, but, like, he's then the one putting a cross in to, like, players who are tiny against Netherlands who have got a really tall back four.
Drogba used to do that. We'd be playing in games, and prime Drogba is, like, slinging crosses in from the right wing.
With no one to finish it, yeah.
Who's getting on the
Other than Nicholas Anelka.
Yeah, Michael Essien would be in there doing his best.
Solomon
Anelka,
Kalou.
Yeah. Never really rated that guy.
I
loved him. Never rated him.
Solomon Kalou was such a cult man.
Like, you know he is, yeah.
As in, like, he wasn't actually very good, but I just love to just see him on the pitch anyway. Just
I'm a big fan of these Chelsea flashbacks we have.
the little whatever celebration it was.
And his little spider haircut in the
Yeah.
Champions League final in 2012. That's a rogue haircut.
What a legend. Not really, but what a legend anyway. Yeah, but, you know, I think, well, let's talk about the big moment. Palmer changes the game coming onto the pitch.
Yeah, Palmer and Watkins.
Threads the ball through to a striker who actually ran in behind for once in the game.
What's the finish, by the way?
And just, like, I did not expect that. I was not expecting that. I was expecting him to turn back on the box, you know, try and get a cross into somebody else. And then he actually finished it, and I was blown away, and it was genuinely was a proper striker's goal. That, like, when I think about like a proper striker,
it was a good run, good touch,
proper striker. Like, it
finish across the keeper. He did everything right. Didn't
brilliant pass from Palmer as well. I know Cole Palmer and he had that terrible shot, to be fair, but Cole Palmer genuinely unlocks defenses. Like, genuinely unlocks defenses.
I was shocked about that, by the way.
What, the shot?
Well, yeah, because when you watched it first time, you're like, "Oh, that's close," and then they showed a replay.
It was miles
and he
away.
Basically missed the ball.
He miskicked it,
and it like flicked off his shoelace, and it went so far wide. I was like, "Oh, what are you doing, Cole Palmer?" I was ready to celebrate as well.
It wasn't good. I was expecting at least on target.
Yeah, when he's cut inside onto his left peg, inside
and we
the
know
area,
how good he is as well.
I was like, "This is goal." I was already celebrating. Shirt was off, flinging it back. And then like the ball's gone in row 15.
And your shirt was slightly put back.
I was like, oh, let me down there, big man.
But no, what a goal, what a game. I still think the substitutions need to be made earlier. Like,
yeah, you could give them half hour.
The only concern that I have going into Spain is, like, we have literally won every game in the last minute.
You've got to be in it, right?
Like,
you've got to be in it to win it.
I just think that against Spain, with the quality they have, if we got a goal down, getting back into the game is going to be 10 times harder. And I just think that we need to score the first goal. But then again, do we? Because we play better when we concede first. But I don't want to be at risk of conceding first. I don't
mind. If Spain have like 80% possession and we just park the bus for 70 minutes, 80 minutes.
Oh, we can't though. Our team's not good enough.
As long as we're in the game. We've defended well.
Our team's not good enough to park the bus though.
As long as we've defended well.
No, but think about it. Like,
as a unit, as a team, we've defended well.
But they're not good enough to play park the bus football. They haven't got the mindset or the mentality. Like, there's too many like rogueness in there to be disciplined enough.
Whatever Gareth decides to do, I'm backing it.
As long as it comes home with a trophy, I will back it.
Do what you want, mate.
Annoyingly, on Sunday, I'm at a festival.
Oh, that's the worst.
So they're going to show the game at the festival. No, they will. They've been all the festivals around the UK have been showing the Euros on the screens.
I'd like to hope they show it.
So I'm going to be at a festival, and I'll be hopefully in a crowd of like drenched in beer. Because we'd have won the final, while some like poor actors like getting absolutely like ignored because we've just won the Euro. So
I'll be at Walkabout in Reading if anyone's interested.
I'll be there after the. I'm in London. I could just get the train. I'll go up to.
We'll booked a table.
We're getting battered. Yeah.
I'll be there from like 3 in the afternoon. So if I'm a little dusty next week, I apologise.
Your 10-week hangover from this one.
My 3-week hangover because I've gotten a bit too old to drink.
Because you've had 2 beers.
It will be. I'll have 2 beers before kickoff and I won't remember the game. I'll be like, I don't know what happened. It'd be good content for next week.
Yeah.
Me going, I don't remember
unreal.
that. What happened?
But no, what a game. Going into Spain, the best team in the tournament, Spain have been by a country mile. They've been absolutely phenomenal. Lecine Yamal with that unbelievable goal. Well, Yassine Lamal, so not the other way around. What a goal. 16 years old, and he's out here scoring goals like that. He's nuts.
That was a bit dirty, wasn't it?
It was disgusting.
It was,
What a player.
He's good, isn't he?
What a player. And I think Spain maybe rode their luck a little bit on their second goal, obviously, because they got scored to an own goal. But I think overall they just play really good football. And
Did you watch the game, Spain-France?
Yeah, it was a good game.
Disappointed by France.
That's how they've been playing all tournament. They hadn't scored a goal.
Yeah,
That was the only goal they'd scored from open play.
Yeah, no, I know.
Which is nuts.
I'm fully aware, but I was just a bit.
They did an us but didn't win.
Yeah, I expected them to put up a bit more of a fight, if I'm honest.
When it got to the last 10 minutes and they had no shots, I was like, wow.
Yeah, I expect even just like I was saying before, you're 1-0 down, you're going out, just stick Giroud on, launch some balls in the box, do something. Clearly, what you're doing isn't working. You're not going to score. Let's do something a little bit different. Let's try.
But they brought Giroud on and didn't even play to him.
No, they just passed it around and they
nuts.
almost looked like they were playing for a defeat. I was like, just launch some balls.
Yeah,
and
there
they
was
didn't do it. It was
maybe that showed there's a bit of quality
frustrated
dip in France that maybe we didn't realise. But I don't really see how they've lost quality. Cause, go through their players and they're like, wow, what a team. Individually, you're like, wow.
It's very
defensive. It's a bit like England, I think.
It is quite defensive, the French team, though, isn't it?
But when you've got
Kante and Rabiot and.
But when you have
midfield.
Tchouaméni.
Yeah.
But when you've got Mbappe, Coman, Barcola, that guy who came on, Dembele.
They're on the bench, aren't they?
They're good players, though.
Yeah, I know.
Really, I was surprised they didn't throw more at it earlier as well, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. I think Spain will be really tough. I feel I wanna I don't want to say I'm confident because I'm too English to say I'm confident.
Don't say it.
No, you're the confident one out of the two.
Yeah,
of us.
no, all I want is for us to be in it going into the last 10 minutes. As long as we're not 4-0 down, if it's 1-0, even if we're losing 1-0 with 10 minutes to go, I feel like we're in it.
Yeah.
We've scored so many late goals. The boys have got heart. The guys coming off the bench have been unreal as well, even if they have only been on for a minute. They've still been really, really good. I think our bench is very strong. So, I don't know, man.
I do think our bench is better than Spain's bench.
Yeah, as long as we're in it. As long as we've got a chance. And
we just cannot.
We trust.
We just cannot afford to concede too early.
Again,
because I think
as long as it's 1-0 with 10 minutes to go, I'll be all right with that.
What, to them?
Yeah, we've got a chance. As long as you've got a chance.
Okay, all right. Well, let's move on.
Just want a chance.
Let's move on. I really don't think we can risk that goal.
No, ideally you'd like to be 7-0 up with 10 minutes to go, but
watch this be the game where we actually turn up and be great and win 3-1.
Don't say stuff like that.
But watch it. Watch out for the whole tournament.
So.
The whole tournament we've been so pissed at watching them play that all
been
of a
so
sudden...
piss poor. Now we get a Harry Kane hat-trick in the final.
No, that's not happening. It'll be a Cole Palmer absolute. I'm gonna just ride
Cole
this.
Palmer masterclass.
I'm gonna ride the Cole Palmer wave,
Stick
even
your
though he'll
money on
only play for 3 minutes.
But Gallagher, a little back post header, I reckon.
I'm gonna throw a rogue shout out there. Gallagher to start.
No.
Get to press Spain because of how well they play the ball.
No, that's very rogue, but he won't.
I'm gonna throw it out there.
Throw it.
I've thrown it
straight back.
I'll catch a stray from the window that's open. Okay, so there's nice to talk about England. I'm very happy we're through.
We're buzzing, by the way.
Now let's talk about Chelsea.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, before we do this.
Oh no.
I read somewhere on the internet that our new guy from Barcelona,
Marc Guiu,
is going to go out on loan straight away without playing a game, and you'll owe me a £5.
That is from a really shite Spanish newspaper. So I'm really confident that I've seen that rumour and I'm so confident.
I saw it straight away and I was just like, yes.
I've got a £5. No, I think he'll stay with the first team. I think the only caveat to that is if we sign another striker, then maybe he doesn't. But we'll see. Enzo Maresca started his first week, and we will also be looking at bringing in a brand new signing. The deal is done. We're just waiting for it to be officially announced. It is a Portuguese left back who can play left centre back and holding midfield. So we're looking to play
basically him, a Portuguese Phil Neville.
We're looking to play him in every position possible.
Yeah, good.
And his name is Claudio Veiga. He is
good name though.
From Basel.
Great name.
6'3",
Okay.
big boy.
Yeah. That's long. Isn't
12
it?
million pounds.
That. Okay.
21 years old.
Of
Shock.
course he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
From what I've seen, it seems to be like a very highly scouted option. We were very highly linked with Calafalori, who was the Italian guy who played for Italy at left back.
Yeah.
And the deal
He's
for
alright.
he would have been like 60 million, and Chelsea
he's good.
And Chelsea obviously went nah.
Is
But
he older than 20? We don't want him.
well, he joined. It seems I might be wrong, so someone correct me if I am. He was at Basel. He then moved to Italy, and then Claudio Vega was his replacement for them. So we've then just gotten, instead of like, we've just been like,
We haven't brought the actual guy.
we've brought their replacement for the replacement.
the
So
knockoff version.
So from what I haven't watched any videos of him because I feel like for Basel the clips are going to be a bit like too much anyway. But from people the people who've watched games of him play, like actually watch him play, they say like he's 70% like really good, is in terms of like a player who's physical, like he's very aggressive, wins the ball a lot, very good in the air, very good at tackling. Then that 30% is really raw, where like he's positionally maybe not as strong, which you'd expect at someone who's 21 years of age in a defensive position. That's normal. With obviously room to improve, a little bit hot-headed, so a bit aggressive, which I don't mind. We need more aggression in Chelsea anyway. So
why are we buying that? Why? I don't understand.
Well, I think the big news is that one of Cucurella or Ben Chilwell will leave the club this summer if a good offer comes in.
Chilwell.
Yes.
Chilwell to Man United, I've heard.
Yes. I'm down for that. I'm really down.
If he goes for like 50 million, I'm down for it.
I'm really down for Ben Chilwell. Well, Ben
I like
Chilwell's
Ben Chilwell though.
Ben Chilwell's book value is £12 million. So if we get anything,
Chilly.
that's because he's been in the club for so many years. So if we get anything more than £12 million from him, we've made profit. So I reckon it'll be like a £30 million deal, judging off like how many years he's got left in his contract and stuff.
I like Ben Chilwell. I'm disappointed that he's got injured so much, and I don't know.
I liked Ben Chilwell before his
demise,
injuries, and I also just think that under Enzo Maresca, he likes his fullbacks to be able to play comfortably inside, like in the middle of the pitch, but when in different. And I just think Ben Chilwell definitely cannot do that. So I think
we're doing that, aren't we?
I think Vega will be Chilwell's replacement, and Chilwell will probably leave. I'd be surprised if after the Euro Mark Cucurella's had, and like he's been genuinely good.
Yeah, he's been unreal.
I still don't like him. It's genuinely been good.
Wow, come on. Man.
I just think though that in the goals I've seen Spain concede from that side of the pitch, he's the one at fault. Like I feel like him slipping over. Like I still remember that at the back end of last season. I can't remember what game it was, but he like fell into the ball like for Chelsea. Yeah. He like fell over he went to head the ball away and just fell over.
Yeah,
and like completely ballsed it, and it just was like that's the Cucurella that I expect to watch, and like
that's the one we know and love. Big Mark with his floppy hair,
and I just feel like he's so just so unconcentrated that I just don't like him. But that's a preference. Yeah, everyone has a player they don't like, and yours was Jorginho.
Oh, stop!
See, there
Sergio Busquets. Oh.
See, and I don't like Mark Cucurella, so I'm not as optimistic as everyone else that he's now like the next regeneration of Roberto Carlos at left back.
Can you imagine if he was?
But he's not.
Roberto Carlos, wow.
But anyway, he's had a good tournament, and I'm like not stubborn enough to not admit that.
No, you got to be here for it.
Yeah,
you got to be here.
He's
for
been
it,
good.
Mark
But Enzo Maresca, interestedly, starting his first week at the job. Training videos
I've seen a couple of
flying
videos.
out, and early impressions. Watch his first interview.
Okay.
I like what I see.
Okay.
I like what I see. I think he's very professional. I liked they were showing little training videos of him, of him talking to the players.
Yep.
All really, really positive. And yeah, genuinely a really, really good, he's very clearly there's photos of him very evidently working on position-based football.
Yeah.
Which
we expected that.
But we have not seen that, Scott. I did not see a single video of Pochettino coaching or training anybody.
Or Big Frank.
No, well, interestingly enough, Caicedo came out of a quote recently saying, under Brighton, I was tactically told where to go, and I was very non-tactical player. Pochettino didn't give me any tactics. I just had to run a lot. Quote for quote, said all Pochettino did was make me run. Really? So much so that he had to hire his own private coach to get his confidence back up because of how like he had no idea what to do in Pochettino's system because he didn't give him any instruction. Like, how mad is that? Like, Pochettino gave that little instruction to a centre midfielder.
Yeah, but I don't know if you should be a Premier League footballer if you need that much instruction.
He said because of the abuse he got from the Chelsea fans to start off with, so that just completely demoralised him. And I couldn't
give him a bit of stick, didn't we?
Well, he got absolutely hounded at the start for like
handed.
I was not one of those people, but he got absolutely abused and for no reason.
No, I didn't. I was alright with him.
I just thought it was really harsh. Like, he just came from like over 100 million quid, and we were just absolutely.
Wasn't he a kid as well, wasn't he?
Like,
was he like 20,
21?
21, yeah.
And we're like sending abuse to him. Like, it's absolutely.
Whoa, we're not
pointless.
sending
Well, no, but like Chelsea fans,
you
like,
lot.
like
Jokes.
And like I was still having arguments today that he's not had it. Like with like a couple of weeks ago, with like other Chelsea fans saying he didn't have a good season, and I was like, we did.
No, he played alright. Yeah,
he had a really good season. He had a bad first 10 games.
Well, everyone did.
And then him specifically from that moment just went up and up and up.
He got a lot better when he played with Gallagher.
I just think that Enzo. But I think the difference is that he asked Enzo and Gallagher to play basically the same role. Gallagher can run, like has the legs to get up and down the pitch like that, whereas Enzo just can't. And I think
Enzo's a bit of a luxury player. I think
Enzo for Argentina got man of the match in the semi-final, playing in a deeper role where he should be playing. And got an assist, you know, once they're all high up the pitch. Like that's the role Enzo should play. Like he should be playing like alongside that holding midfield where he can drop into a bit more space where he can like because his passing
he's like a
range,
luxury 6, isn't he?
his passing range is so good.
Yeah. He's like Pirlo. Same sort of role. No. Okay, let me just quantify that. He is not as good as Pirlo, but he plays the same
ish
kind of football. If you put like hazy glasses
I would actually go. He's got a bit more still to him. Like he is okay at winning the ball back. But technically, I think he's like in terms of dribbling. For a guy who's not particularly fast, he can actually move the ball really well.
He dribbles, he passes, he has vision.
And on the edge of the box, specifically on the edge of the box, he just seems to find like the really cute passes to get into places like that. I don't know if you remember, like this is back when he first signed for us, but the goal to João Felix against West Ham, where he just dinks it in this like volley finish.
Pirlo, he's fine. Yeah. He'll get good.
Well, I think Enzo is good. I just think we just need to play him in a position that suits him. Like, to get the best out of him, you can't ask him to be box-to-box because he's not a box-to-box midfielder.
I don't think I've seen his full potential.
Caicedo is more box-to-box than Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you know, like Enzo either has to be playing, like... I feel like he's a bit like Fabregas in the sense, like when we had Fabregas in our team. Like, I feel like I look at Enzo and I think of Cesc. Like, he's not particularly fast, but his mind's quick.
Not particularly fast for a snail, Mr. Fabregas.
I do not ever diss Cesc Fabregas. That guy was one of my favourite ever Chelsea players to watch. Like in that era, like in that, I just look back to like centre midfielders I had us watch, and I just look at him. And I just thought he gave me probably my favourite. Like in terms of, it's not like the best goal we've ever scored, but like his assist to Andre Schürrle against Burnley,
the dink over the top,
might genuinely be one of my favourite ever assists I've ever seen in football. Like I don't know what about it is. There's just something about it that I just love. What a goal! Yeah. Oh, I every time I think about that goal, like it's the one thing from him that stood out to me was that pass, and that just if ever someone was to tell me, can you sum up Cesc Fabregas in like 20 seconds, that would be the clip I'd show them.
Yeah,
What a goal!
I love Cesc Fabregas. He's a great.
I liked Andre Schürrle as well. To be fair,
the little Arsenal bit he did still.
But he was an Arsenal player. That's why.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
But then
I struggle to have a Chelsea legend that's played for Arsenal.
Well, he's not a legend. United. He's not a legend. I would say he's more of like a...
Your favourite.
He was just a player I loved watching play for us.
Fair enough.
He was instrumental when we won the league under Conte, under Mourinho, sorry. Instrumental.
Yeah, no,
and then when Conte finally got over his hump with him, he was then also instrumental in that team. And he actually was better in the season in Maurizio Sarri when he left and before the summer. He was better. He was actually genuine. I'm going to say this now. I think Cesc Fabregas will end up being a manager at Chelsea one day.
Do you?
I think he will come to Chelsea in 6 to 7 years' time when Maresca he's managing Como.
6 or 7 months' time when Maresca.
Oh yeah, 6 or 7 days' time when Maresca gets.
To be fair, he's got a really good football brain, hasn't he? And we've seen that on the pitch.
Como. Well, he's managing Como in Italy, and he got them promoted. He got them promoted. And they're about to sign Rafael Varane to Como. How
Really?
mad is that? Yeah, like on a free agent. Like that's a mad deal.
Wow.
Like, a lot of big clubs would want Varane still, and he's off to Como. Like that's mad.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's
Well, he's not like the same player he was, but like
No.
in terms of like quality, like there's a lot worse.
He's
out
got
there.
he knows what's going on, doesn't he?
Do you know what else I think is absolutely? This is a complete sidetrack. It's absolutely mental, by the
Side quest,
way.
here we go.
David De Gea still doesn't have a football club.
Does he not? How old is he?
33 as a goalkeeper,
Oh, that's really young.
who's really good.
I reckon. He's
Like-
Why has he not got a club?
Like no one wants him. Like I just don't get it. Like there must be something in the that we don't know
Wow.
about, because like there are so many football clubs with way worse goalkeepers than David De Gea.
I feel like Chelsea's one of them.
Yeah. Well, he's better than what we've got. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
better than Jordy Petrovic and
I feel like anyone in the bottom half of the Premier League
could do with David De Gea. Like
should be getting on the
you know,
phone
like
right
Forest,
now.
Nottingham Forest. He seems like such a Nottingham Forest signing.
Everton.
Well, no, they've got Pickford, bro.
Sack off Pickford.
Pickford's on.
terrible.
No, he's not. I will not have you say Pickford's terrible. I like Jordan Pickford. He's just a bit gobby, but I do like Jordan Pickford.
He should have saved. No, all right. I'm not gonna say he should have saved the Dutch goal last night.
That was
I-
a really
hold on.
good goal.
I think a bigger goalkeeper saves it.
It was like watching English Kepper. Yeah.
Yeah, literally, he's English Kepa. Oh my god, that's such a good description for him.
But he's better than
His
Kepper.
hands are made of tracing paper.
But he is better than Kepper.
Ew, he's too small.
Speaking of Kepper,
Oh no, he's not coming back, is he?
no, he's actually being made to train with the reserves. So
Fuck off, Kepa.
I don't hate him that much.
I do.
Well,
No, I don't hate anyone. but
the
he's
Europa League, he did save us all the pens in the Europa League.
Yeah,
I have to give him some
but
credit.
Europa League, I don't care about that.
No, but I'm happy we won it.
I'm banging up for win the Conference League this year. Though.
Oh, absolutely! What a trophy!
Mate, trophy in the bag already. Conference League. Imagine if we
That-
don't win it now. This will come back to haunt me, won't it? We should win it.
Poorly aged
Who are we-
quotes.
who are we
of Scott
playing
Bevan.
against?
I couldn't even tell. Like probably some like Bulgarian
Yeah.
man with
Some
a dog.
Romanian Sunday League team. Come on, if we don't win that, if we don't win the
We
Conference
should be
League,
winning the whole thing. Yeah, like there's like with the squad we have, there's no chance. But
If we concede a goal, I'll be upset.
well, we'll definitely do that because I reckon you'll see a lot of that.
I
Will
might
be
put
the,
a bet on that. Chelsea to win the Conference League without conceding a goal.
well, that
Oh.
won't come in. So good luck with that. But
Do you think?
I do it won't come in.
We should be.
No, but that
Okay.
competition fundamentally should be being allowing the squad players and the academy players to play.
No, you want to win it.
No, they're good enough to play. Like
Yeah, they are.
But what I'm saying is like I would rather because we're going to be playing like 60, 70 games next season. Because as soon as this season finishes, we go straight into the Club World Cup.
Yeah, that's weird, by the way, as well.
So we're going to be playing over 70 games. The youth players, like Tyreek George, has been like, a lot in the Chelsea like photos and stuff from training recently.
Okay.
He was on the bench a couple of times for us. He never actually got on.
Yeah.
He was on but he signed a new deal. He's tied up to be one of our best like up and coming players like from the academy. So like, and he's a winger, which is what we were kind of like for that left winger spot. He
Yeah.
plays on the left. And with Mudryk being pretty terrible, weirdly enough, speaking about Mudryk, he actually didn't take a holiday. He just came straight back to pre-season from the Ukraine national duty. So because he wanted to work from Rescue, which I appreciate. I think I like that kind of attitude.
I like that.
But I do genuinely think that there is some that those sort of players should be playing in that team that start well, especially to begin with. As the competition goes on, you
yeah.
will get some okay teams in there, but like you generally
Who was in the final last year?
it wasn't because West Ham won it the year before.
West
didn't
Ham won
they?
it the year before. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't.
Fiorentina? Or was that Europa League?
Wasn't it Atalanta? Because it was that yeah, it was because it was Adamola Lookman's goal.
It was Olympiacos, wasn't it? Or
I'm
was
gonna-
that Europa League? Olympiacos played Fiorentina.
Maybe it was one.
Maybe that was Europa League.
That sounds more. I think let me check.
No, because Leverkusen were in the Europa League.
No, they didn't. They lost.
Yeah,
To
but they lost.
Atalanta.
So it was Fiorentina and Olympiacos in the Conference League.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I watched it.
Who won? Do you remember? I'm looking. it up now.
Olympiacos. Olympiacos won 1-0.
Oh well, there you go. Right, there's my lack of football knowledge like exposed there. But yeah, no. What
I think we've got
what a great opportunity to win a
every chance
trophy.
to win a trophy there.
Yeah. Well, we really.
Every chance.
Well, we almost made it to the FA Cup final. We did make it to a final and should have won it. Like, we should have won the Carabao Cup
we
without
should.
fail.
Well, last 4 years, twice against Liverpool.
We should have won it every year. Like, if you actually look at the games, like we had so many bad decisions go against us.
And 3 FA Cups as well.
We've lost like the last 8 finals in Wembley,
Joke.
which is awful.
We need to win a trophy again. The boys
Next season has to be a trophy
The
winning
boys
season.
have forgotten how to win trophies, which is very distressing.
Well, I think that's an ownership fault rather than the.
Slowly turn into Tottenham, which is the most.
No, we're not going to be Tottenham. There's too much on the line for us to do that. I just think the team that we're building is like, in theory, if they all go in the trend that they're meant to be going on with their age profiles, and they end up all in their sort of like mid to late 20s, realistically we should have one of the best squads in the league by then, judged on having so much experience of at the Premier League at such a young level. And then obviously we're going to keep topping that up with young talent anyway.
Yeah.
Which is the idea of the squad. But
yeah.
What I do find really interesting is like all of the players we're signing are tall.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Tossin's tall.
As long as they're athletic and they can get around the pitch.
Mark Hughes tall. I think maybe that is one thing we did lack in our team last season was height. I think that was very obvious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think height is the first quality I'd look for in a footballer, but I don't mind it.
But it's important. Every good team has tall players. Like,
big and strong, right?
Like, look at even go through City's team. They have like 4 centre backs playing at a time. Generally, they'll have a Rodri who's like tall, powerful. Haaland tall. Yeah. Like you need tall players.
Well, set pieces are so important, aren't they? We've
seen
that in
we were
Euros.
terrible, and we were terrible at set pieces last season.
We've seen it in the Euros as well.
Mm-hmm.
England have scored goals from set pieces.
Literally, yeah.
Corners, knockdowns, long throws, flick-ons.
So very important, very very important,
especially in tight games
that we do it. So. Yeah, but I'm very excited. Maresca, obviously, clearly a lot of positional play going on. Tossin's also had an interview come out after like 2 days saying, he's already starting on positional work with us 2 days in, which I think will be good. Means the squad will be ready for, other than the players that are at the Euros and Copa America will be ready. Obviously, we'll have a lot of we've actually had quite a few players go late into tournament, so we'll probably see like the main squad really be fit probably by the start of August, because they'll have their 2 to 3 weeks off and then come back. Obviously, Palmer won't be back in the squad till probably August. So,
do you think they should have time off?
With the amount of football they have to play, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but they're playing football. It's not like they're working on an oil rig.
No, but
10 hours a day.
No, but think about it. Like this is literally the only holiday they get in a year.
What about what are they doing for the rest of the days?
What do you mean?
Training for 3 hours.
They'll train.
I don't know,
yeah, but think about it. A footballer's actual day job, they'll probably live quite a bit away from the training ground, so the commute in, because not everyone's going to live local to the training ground. They'll all live in London or whatever. Like, I'm talking about Chelsea specifically here, right? You'll then do 3 hours of actual physical probably training, like actually up on the pitch. You'll then do like 3 hours of like analysis and like recovery and like so you're actually probably in a football club in the building for like 9 hours.
Yeah, all right.
So you're probably in there a long time. If you're any professional footballers who watch this, just let us know.
Yeah, let us know what you do on a daily.
Yeah,
what time are you in? What time are you out?
Yeah, what's a general day of a footballer? Maybe that'd be a cool video to make one day.
That would. The day in the life, because
I'm
not a professional footballer.
No.
Shockingly, I have played a lot of football, but unfortunately, I didn't get paid to play, which was quite unfortunate. But yeah, I don't know what you do on the daily.
Yeah.
What's your day today? Now, obviously, I get there's a lot of travel.
Yes, lots of travel
To and from games. I get that. I get that you're training. That's fine. But like, what sort of times are we looking at? Are we sort of like a 9 to 5 job or?
Well, sometimes the coaches like making players train in the evening. Because if they have an evening game, they'll make them train in the evening.
Yeah, true.
To get them used to that.
I'd like to find out and see how much they
if
are doing.
Any pro footballers watch the podcast one day, please, and you just happen to stumble upon this 40-minute video, then please let us know. But Scott, I think that wraps up Chelsea very nicely. Is there anything you'd like to talk about? Anything you got on your mind? We have got some questions to answer. Hopefully they're not all terrible.
Yeah, road questions.
Well, I'll start looking at the questions while you start speaking. Go on.
Well,
drop something on us.
I was just gonna journey back to last week where we spoke briefly about the general election.
Yeah.
And we all know the outcome.
Yeah.
Labour have won an absolute landslide.
Yes.
I don't know. I started to feel a little bit bad for Rishi as the results were coming in. Oh no! Hear me out.
For those of you who are listening on your readable description, I just pulled the ghastliest face it's got for that comment.
He just looked like such a defeated man.
Good.
I know the Conservatives were terrible and the country's down the toilet, but he kind of got thrusted in, didn't he? Where, they'd had just a monument. Ever since the Brexit vote, we've just had the world's biggest fuck up of a country from everything happened.
But he's been a part of all of it.
He has been a part of all of it.
But
his little speech when he come outside and he was all sad, I was like, oh.
It's amazing what a bit of humble pie can do to a cunt.
I was just like, wow.
He's been a prick.
I'm glad Labour won though.
He's been a prick for years. He literally made a scheme. He made a scheme during COVID to infect more people.
Are you just like?
Well, it did. Everyone knew it was going to happen as well, but he just did it anyway. Obviously, it was meant to improve the economy, but it didn't really do that.
What scheme was that?
Eat out to help out. That was his scheme.
I don't know if he done it to infect more
that was
people.
The stories that came out of the inquest from that was Boris Johnson and him came together and said we can do this scheme which will get people with natural immunity up. So if we just get everyone out and get everyone getting it, then all of the hospital rates went up. Then all everything else went up. Anyway.
Now we'll have a COVID podcast next week.
He started a Rwanda scheme which was ended up being more racist than what we already have with reform, which was nuts.
Was terrible, wasn't it?
Sending and then some guy questioned him. I don't want to go into it too deep because I'm just going to get politics and the comment section is going to get absolutely ridiculous. So I'm not going to go too far into it. But no, I just think that all he did. And it's amazing what because he actually came out afterwards and did in his first speech in the House of Commons since losing in front of Keir Starmer and went genuinely sounded like a nice bloke for the first time ever.
I think that's what got me a little. It didn't get me, but I was like, oh, he's actually an alright dude, even though.
And I sat there and was like, wow. So maybe you finally realised that being such an arsehole isn't going to get you anywhere.
Yeah.
And already within a week of Labour being in power, we've already seen 6 good things happen. So
yeah,
they've already started. They've got rid of the windfall ban thing, whatever the hell that was, because they were saying you couldn't have wind farms operating in the light and
Yeah, I think Labour are going to do a good job. I'm willing to give them a chance anyway.
Got rid of the Rwanda scheme, which is a good thing. They've all said they've all followed up everything they've kind of said in the immediate term with some reasonable step with a reasonable plan to go after each step. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a good thing. What I want to come to a point, Scott, is we don't even talk about politics because it's so quiet and in the background.
Yeah, they're just doing a good job.
They're just doing a job.
They're doing a good job, and we're like, oh, do you know what?
And it's not
everything's just all right.
And it's not the new ITV soap opera, The Government, every week.
I don't like how they did those the interviews where they're both on stage like they do in America.
Well, they do that anyway. They've done it for years.
It's horrible. I don't want to see that. I want to see 2 people just stood there arguing.
Well, they actually only did it twice. Normally they do it way more, but they actually only did it twice this time round.
I just don't like it. I don't want to see that. Have some dignity, people. Get off my TV. Do your job.
Well, I feel like that's the most common way to get through to people is by watching them debate each other's points. So you kind of have to do something, because not many people are going to tune into the House of Commons in the nicest way possible. Though everyone will pick up on it on the news.
Go watch that. That's even worse. Throwing white paper at each other.
Order. But no, yeah. What a terrible.
Anyway, I can go back to football. I was happy England wore blue shorts last night.
Oh no. I'm happy for you.
We spoke about it previously. It really grates me, and I'm glad they wore blue shorts. That's all I'm going to say.
Nice.
It made me feel good. I was like, oh, they're wearing.
Scott has a thing where the shorts have to match the socks or something.
No.
What was it? I don't actually understand your point.
So England's colours. I'll use England as an example. England's football kit colours
is white.
Is white shirt, dark blue shorts, white socks.
According to who?
According to England. According to us. According to the country and the FA and everyone, they're our colours.
Who said that?
Everybody. That's just been our colours forever. Forever.
Okay.
Watch old footage of England play. Yeah. That's our colours. I don't like it when they wear white shorts. It's horrible. No, I don't
Our
like it.
primary colour is white, so what's wrong with wearing white shorts?
No, we have blue shorts.
We have blue on the badge, which is why I get us high if we have blue shorts. Okay.
It'd be like Chelsea rocking up in blue socks every week.
Well, they have done sometimes.
Sometimes, every now and again.
In like a random game where
yeah, but it looks terrible. Chelsea wear white socks. Wear blue, white. Blue shirt, blue shorts, white socks. That's our colour. Leave it at that.
Well, I'll get this at you as like blue fire and
weird,
like
isn't it?
it's horrid.
But in the Euros, like every team has just been wearing a block of colour. So like Scotland generally wear dark blue, white shorts, and then dark blue socks or white socks. They've just been wearing all blue. Spain have just worn all red. Hungary wore all red. France wore all blue. It's like, no, France have white shorts and red socks. Why are you not wearing your proper kits? It bugs me. I apologise for the random rogue rant, but it does bug me. I want to see teams wear their proper kits. I think I've grown up to playing too much football games on Xbox.
Maybe. I feel like this is such a niche problem that you have.
It's like a proper first world problem.
It is such a first world
problem. But I really hate it. It really bugs me.
I can tell.
Like,
very heated.
I don't want to see I want to see the kits. I want to see the proper teams. Germany wearing all white. Ugh, it's horrible. Wear black shorts. Germany wear black shorts. Italy wear white shorts. Stop wearing all blue. Stop it. Wear white shorts.
Do you guys agree with Scots? I think is the only thing
It'll be like Brazil just wearing all yellow.
They probably have, to be fair.
It'd be horrible. Brazil wear blue shorts and white socks and a yellow shirt.
They wear green shorts, no?
No, blue. Yellow, blue, white.
I swear they have some green in there.
Yeah, there's like a green stripe on the shirt.
Fair. Well, there you go. That's
Brazil. It's my little personal thing. You guys don't have to get involved, but it really bugs me when England wear white shorts.
Feel free to let me know what you think.
Feel free to absolutely pan me for that opinion, but
what an opinion.
It bugs me.
I don't think it's that much of it. It's literally a first world problem and only for you.
Well, that's why we do a podcast, so I can just sit here and moan about stuff that no one else cares about.
But let's move on to your guys' questions of the week. Now, I'm not going to lie.
You're a rogue.
You guys, when I say, can you ask us some questions, please? And then you put out the dross that you send me, which is just creepy and weird.
Can you smell my pants is not a question we want.
No, and also, what? Look, I've just said one coming up. I want to spank your ass like this.
Great. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. That's a really good question for the both of us. You should get a tattoo. I literally have one. Anyway, so Scott, there's actually a fun question.
Go on then.
Do you think there's more total insects or fish in the world?
Insects.
100%
insects. Like, there's fucking millions of them.
Yeah, and they breed quicker.
Ah, mate, there's more insects than probably any other living entity.
Other than like plants,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. I don't know, mate. Insects.
I don't know. Plants being taken.
Insects are probably one of the most abundant things on the planet. They have to be. I do like a wildlife documentary. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I don't. And insects are everywhere. There's probably a million species of insects that we've not even discovered yet.
Just living really
living in places that we've never been to, and we just don't know about them.
Maybe.
Insects are... We Google that. Insects, man. 100%.
Insects.
Insects are everywhere. Just put that into Google and it'll come up. Right.
Insects. Right. Next question. Have you ever... I've not, but have you ever visited Scotland?
No.
No. Next question. If you went to prison, what would it be for?
Oh, probably like something boring, like tax evasion or something. I don't know.
You like Jimmy Carr?
I'm not a overly mean and aggressive person, so I don't think it would be anything properly rogue, unless I just absolutely snap one day and like rob a bank. But I have no skill set to be robbing banks, so I definitely get caught.
I have a feeling that I would be imprisoned for like either doing something like but just by accident.
Yeah.
Like just by pure accident, or like I say a joke that goes too far, and then all of a sudden I'm in a police cell. I feel like that's quite.
Police just wander into the podcast and take you off.
Yeah.
You're coming with me. You can't say that.
Yeah, I have a feeling that would be like the only two things that I would. Well, other than like an accident where like I didn't mean to do something.
Yeah, accidentally run someone over.
Yeah, or like just push like Steve down the stairs or something. I don't know.
Just
like,
some bloke at work you didn't quite
just
like.
2 foot like John down the stairs. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's an interesting question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Oh, I hate questions like that. I don't know.
It feels like a job interview. doesn't
Slightly
it?
fatter and slightly greyer, if that's possible. I don't know. Where am I going to be in 5 years' time? Does anyone know?
Is there anything you want to? Okay, let me change. Is there anything you want to have achieved in the next 5 years? If you want to say one thing on a bucket list, what would it be?
It's a real deep question. I don't really know. My life I have two little kids, so my life at the moment is very much geared towards making their life as good as possible. So in 5 years' time, if I can turn around and my two little boys are good human beings, they're 6 and 2.5 at the moment. So if they are, however old they'll be in 5 years, 11 and 7, and they're good humans, I'll be well happy.
Nice.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't really care what I'm doing as long as I can provide for my family, and I'm happy as Larry, and there's a bit of food in the fridge, and the boys are all right.
And the 7-year-old's not a terrible person.
7-year-old's not out murdering cats or whatever. Like, yeah, I'll be happy as long as he's a normal human being. Then yeah, it'll be fine. My life is just devoted to those guys at the moment.
I have no children. You'd be surprised to know. I don't actually know. I feel like there's just like the basics of just becoming like an actually like I'm 24 now, so move out probably like is a good step,
Me.
which will be very hard with the way the economy is.
I'll be honest. I'll tell you, from someone who brought a house, like just hang on as long as possible.
Yeah,
they are expensive.
Yes.
But
but like ideally would be move out, get some independence like fully in my life. I don't know, go to Japan.
Oh, I'd like to go to Japan.
Should we do a Japan trip?
Can I come to Japan?
Can we just book it now?
I very much like, so this is just for the viewers at
Japan.
home. I very much like my JDM cars.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of 90s, 2000s Japanese cars.
So you like that Nissan Micra you drive?
Yeah, that Micra, yeah. The old Micra, big fan of that. The old Toyota Corolla.
What a motor.
No, I very much so. I would like to go to Japan
Mitsubishi.
and have a look around and try and find a bargain from somewhere.
I would literally spend. I've planned this trip in my head. I would visit as many Pokemon centers as possible. Go to the Pokemon cafe, order this Pikachu curry, which is shaped as a Pikachu.
Right.
And then you can buy cutlery sets of actually dinner plates and cutlery sets.
Of Pokemon stuff.
And I would just buy the whole fucking thing.
Fair.
And I wouldn't have any regrets about it, to be
honest. I mean, if you like it, you like it.
And then
I'm not massively into Pokemon, but
I am it's my childhood obsession, and it's just never left me. So I feel like
if you're willing to look at cars with me, I'd be willing to eat Pokemon curry stew with you.
Yeah, and we can get a weird Pokemon you've ever heard of dessert, and Charmander tea or something.
Bulbasaurus cake.
Yes, but
I was desperately trying to think of a Pokemon then.
That was good.
That was a good one, right?
Yeah, Bulbasaurus cake.
Yeah.
Damn, that Bulbasaur's got cake. Sorry. But no, I feel maybe I don't know. I feel like I just need to do I want to while I'm still young, just do fun things.
Traveling the world is a good thing to do.
Do some
living in foreign countries, seeing the world,
do some cool things, and I think that
experiencing different cultures. That's
I think
the best thing to
I
do.
feel just to really broaden my horizons. I don't know, win the lottery would be nice.
I've been trying for a few years.
I'll win a quid or something. That'd be cool.
Oh, hey.
I've won many things. Nothing good. Won a death sentence. He pushed John down the stairs.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. This is the last ever episode of the podcast. So yeah.
The next one we're wearing orange jumpsuits.
Yeah, and we're in HM prison with a lovely female prison guard coming in, so we can. Have you seen that? Heard about that story? Have you not?
What?
So in HM Wandsworth, Wandsworth, whatever it is, there's a security guard's been fired because she got filmed getting absolutely pegged back from behind from just some random prisoner.
I mean,
that's
probably going on in a lot of places.
This matey's genuinely the other guy filming it is genuinely walking around going, "Wow, that's mad!" Walking around the cell, filming it.
What is happening?
Just filming it, and she doesn't give a flying fuck. She's getting absolutely ruined.
That's
and
probably a sackable offence, I have to say.
I think we should have more of her. Anyway,
off to prison we go.
Lock me up, But no, I feel like that's pretty mad. But no, I feel like that's a pretty good place to end it, Scott.
Is it? Okay, yeah, all right.
We're gonna end on the prison guard getting pegged
Getting
back from
absolutely
behind,
rinsed.
and
by
I'm not
prisoners.
talking about the football.
Yeah.
So Scott,
All we want to say is, come on, England.
come on, England.
Come on, England. Make my dreams come true.
I'm not gonna say this.
Come
I'm not
on.
gonna say the three words of
I'll say it.
no.
I don't even care.
No. I mean, you
Oh,
can. I'm not gonna
Gareth
say it.
for PM. That's what you're going to say, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that was actually what I was
Yeah.
Gareth on the offender list.
Big Gary Southers. Get in.
Gaza
Oh.
Gatey. That's gonna wrap it up for today's guys. Thank you ever so much for listening. That was a fun podcast. I really enjoyed it.
Come on, England.
Come on, England. And we will see you next week. Hopefully with us being a country with Euro titles to finally to their name. See you later and have a lovely day. Bye.
Bonjour.